This is the Momentum Movement podcast. So I'm Marc, I'm a senior engineer and director by day, building a life and a business around my family, not instead of it. Now, most people think that you have to choose between ambition or presence. You have to choose between the 9 to 5 or a side business. You have to choose between being there for your kids or building something that matters. I do not buy that at all. I believe you can be highly ambitious, driven, and still maintain presence for the things that are the most important to you. And that's absolutely the whole premise of this show. Every episode I'm aiming to sit down with someone building something real on the side, all while staying present for the people who matter the most to them. This isn't going to be any gurus, it's not going to be a total highlight reel, it's a warts and all discussion. Just the fundamental mechanics of how it all gets done in and around the edges. So, if you're a driven dad, a driven parent, trying to build momentum without losing what's in front of you, you're absolutely in the right place. Now, let's get stuck into it. Now then, welcome to episode 8 of the Momentum Movement podcast. We have no guest on today. This one's going to be a short, sharp, personal reflection from me, talking around all things consistency. I've had one hell of a ride the last 12 to 14 months, and I just want to share some personal reflections with you around, I guess, needing to turn up each and every day if you're getting after a goal, but doing that consistently while keeping your emotions in check and riding the waves of those wins and losses. Now, just rolling it back a little bit, in June 2024, so around 14 months ago now, I decided I wanted to be a TikTok influencer. I joined a TikTok growth program, and as part of that program, there was a challenge, a daily challenge to pick up your phone, create a video about a topic you're interested in, and post that each and every day. What that ended up being was Marc setting a personal mission to basically see the year out with doing that every day. So I wasn't very confident in front of the camera. It was shit scary, but in essence, I wanted to do it to show to myself that I could do it, that I could be consistent for a period of time and just turn up and do something really, really uncomfortable. So I set a personal challenge, and what I ended up doing was I ended up posting daily across TikTok, across YouTube Shorts, and also Reels on my personal Instagram page. That was a minimum of one video created every day and posted across all 3 platforms. Now, I did a pretty sterling job. I turned up daily. I got a nice little bit of traction in terms of, I think I achieved 1,300 followers in a couple of months on TikTok. I grew my YouTube Shorts to around plus 500 subscribers, and I was getting some nice traction and messages off on Instagram. What happened from that, I was chasing vanity metrics. I was chasing follower growth, and I had a free lead magnet which got people onto my newsletter. But I spent 6 months turning up daily and only managed to achieve 20 email subscriptions. Now, it's okay setting a personal challenge and being consistent and thinking you're doing the right things. But actually, it's just like if you went to the gym and was doing bench press or an exercise and you were doing a shitload of reps but the wrong form, then you'd do yourself harm. And that's the position I ended up in. I ended up putting my heart and soul into something, and there was a defining moment at Christmas last year where actually Lucy tapped me on the shoulder, and she just knew I was going too far, too deep, too much. And she tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Marc, what are you doing?" So that was a nice flea in my ear just to enable me to stop, pause and reflect and kind of just assess where I was going with things. Now, what happened then was I chucked the towel in. I decided, right, I'm no longer going to be a TikToker. I'm no longer going to have the stress of trying to think of an idea, script it, talk in front of the camera, edit, repurpose. It was just draining the living hell out of me, and I wasn't getting much value back from it. So I'm a pretty good pivoter. I stopped, paused and reflected after a Christmas holiday, and I took the towel in on all of that, and I pivoted across the threads. I found a platform that allowed me to turn up daily. It allowed me to gain traction, and it allowed me to I guess, manage that in and around a busy 9 to 5. So the key lesson on consistency is making sure that you might be good at turning up daily. You might be doing the wrong form. You might be focusing on the wrong things. There's a key lesson in there to make sure you pause, reflect, and pivot. Pivot often. Make sure you're doing things and you're getting the value back. And make sure you don't waste months, years of your life pushing a stone up a hill. So that's lesson 1: the ability to stay consistent, pivot when you need to. And the other thing that I've learned, so since transferring to Threads, it hasn't all been plain sailing. I've now been posting on Threads since the start of the year, so probably plus 230 days straight. And the growth's been great, but it's come in waves. So like, it took me ages to get to 1,000 followers. Things have started to amplify from there, but there's been some real testing weeks. And I guess the second lesson that I've learned over the last 230 days is the ability to ride the waves of your wins and losses and don't get too emotionally attached with the follower growth. And I think the reason why I've been able to stay so consistent on Threads, ride the waves and just treat the bad weeks as actually an ability to take my foot off the pressure and just allow it to breathe, is probably from my days of trading forex currency. If I hadn't traded forex, I think I'd be emotionally unstable. I think I'd be struggling with the low weeks, the low engagement, the low replies. But now the real lesson for me from that is, when I have a great week on Threads, I recognize it. When I have a slower week, I actually then just reshift my focus on other high value activities. So lead generation, outreach, optimizing the business system, building products. Fundamentally, when things slow down, you refocus your energy. So 2 key lessons I think there was there on consistency. Make sure you pivot often, and make sure you deal with those emotions of the wins and losses. And it's only by going through that then you learn. So yeah, very short, sharp reflection from me for this episode. But we're still going. We're still pivoting. We're still fine-tuning the business systems, and we're turning up daily, and we're enjoying the ride. So if you're struggling with consistency, you know where to find me. I've learned a lot. Drop in the comments, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on episode 9 when we've got a cheeky guest lined up. Catch you in a bit. Now that's the episode. If something in there truly hit home, if you took some golden nuggets from that episode, don't just nod and scroll past. We want people to take serious action around here. Do something with it this week. Identify one thing you can take and move forward with it. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow the show. And please send this to a dad or a driven parent who needs to hear it. This is how the momentum movement grows. So just to close things out, I'm Marc. Please keep building, staying present, and building rock solid momentum.